Sometimes, folks, dreams don't come true. Manoz 1, Parma 0. And there it is then, full-time. Chelsea have got the better of me. 5-3 on aggregate. I mean, we put up a good fight and then conceded 4 away from home, which isn't ideal. Come on, Rubio's injured. We've lost 1-0. Yes! We're through to the next round. Parma FC versus Chelsea FC. The decider. Viewers, welcome back then to another episode of Parma Drama, and today we are in for quite the battle. Since we last met in the Champions League against Manchester United, 3 wins, Napoli, Avellino and Atalanta. We are soaring in Serie A to the point that we're back on top. Juventus lost another game, Charlie's Theron is in fantastic form, and we have now taken a 3-point lead with 6 games to go. We'll bring you one Serie A game today, and obviously, as you may have noticed, we are playing Chelsea in the Champions League. I didn't show you the draw because it happened in the middle of the games we weren't showing you, but Chelsea, Fiorentina, Chelsea is today's schedule. Let's get on to the first game then. Against Chelsea, we're away from home, which I quite like. So, it's taken a while, but Charlize Theron is finally getting used to playing up front on his own. The last 3 games, he's really sort of found a way to play it. So today's team is Neri in goal, Manfredini, Carlos Roberto, Rubio, DeMarco at left back, Borba just in front as a Regista, changed it up a little bit, Domingo centrally with Zidane, Ramirez and Diné on the left hand side with Charlize Theron up top through the middle. Jean Monnier on the bench for the first time since his injury a while ago. Messi, Vidal, Ramos, Kondogbia. It's not a bad bench, I'll say that much, and obviously quite a few players unregistered or injured for today's game, Oliveira being the key one. So, into today's game we go. It's Parma versus Chelsea. The draw looks a little bit like this. Atletico play Bayern, Porto play PSG, and Schalke play Juve. Some good teams in there, but some teams that are certainly beatable. No Real Madrid, no Barcelona, so, you know, I think we've got a little bit of a chance. I'm excited. So, I know that the Chelsea team have a few players that I will most certainly recognise. A couple of French names in there as well that you'll recognise from international drama. Lagarde being the key one. Eden Hazard's going to play on that right side. Kranvita, very good player in this game. Chelsea have finally got John Stones, which is interesting, I guess. Chalobah, who's one of their better players on the game. Courtois still there, as Piliqueta, Wesley Fotheringham in goal, that you remember from last time. So this should be an interesting game. I fancy our chances, I've got to say, but let's waste no further time. Chelsea, Parma, part 3. They're playing 4-4-2. I don't know why they're playing 4-4-2. Okay then, boys, the games begin. Manfredini on the ball and he's the only Parma-born lad out there, which I quite like. So, come on, mate. I feel like Parma's adopted a lot of the other ones, though. Certainly Neri. I think Neri's loved by the Parma faithful like no one else. First chance of the game, and Lagarde is racing forward for Chelsea. Lost out twice. Hazard now back onto it. Chalobah on the edge of the box. We need to try and penetrate that middle. Abels, who a player we nearly signed, you might remember, on this right-hand side. Lagarde back to Abels. Neri with a fantastic point-blank save. Good grief. For going attacking, I don't like this counter stuff because it gives them too much to control. Interesting. Ramirez, free kick. Oh, against the wall, but he will keep it. Can he find a killer ball? Manfredini on this right-hand side. We know how deadly it can be from the side. Chedron, close range. Oh, he scored a goal. Courtois made the initial save, but Serge Chedron, or Charlize Theron as I go by, has scored the first goal, the opening goal of the game, and that's what we like to see. Parma 1, Chelsea 0. #scenes. Lovely old stuff. Manfredini, ball into the middle, rises highest. Courtois, I tell you what, that's quite a good save. Probably should do a little bit better with it, and then Chedron on hand to fire in the rebound. The away goal as well, the very important away goal. Chelsea 0, Parma 1. Good start. Chedron is fantastic. He's not quite Monnier in terms of being in here. Heart, that is. But, yeah, he's up there. Free kick, Ramirez. We scored last time. Chedron with a header down, and Courtois gathers. Elsewhere, Juve 1-1 with Schalke. Atletico, Saul's been in the action. Saul scored a goal, missed a penalty, and then got injured. I wonder if he missed the penalty and scored the rebound. We'll never know. Ramirez, right side, ball in. Chedron. Oh, it's a header at the front post. It's a man in Parma colours. We've seen do that before. And this time it's Chedron's turn. Lovely finish. Chelsea 0, Parma 2. The away goals are roaring in. They're flying in. Ramirez on this right side. Ball into the... It's what a leap. What a leap. Celebrate good times. Come on. A celebration. Should probably wait till we're actually through before we start with that. Half-time team talk went well, and we're back underway. This 4-4-2 nonsense is doing them no favours, although we've been 2-0 before and blown it, so let's not blow it. I believe that was actually against Manchester United in the last round of the Champions League. Oh, the memories. Chelsea down this left side. They're going to try and work Manfredini, it seems, as they work it quite nicely. Back to the inside. Kranvita to Chalobah. We could avoid them scoring. That'd be nice. Abel's bloody hell. I think the net's broken. Carlos Abels with quite the strike. Obviously a player we almost signed in a window, but we didn't actually get him. Hazard plays it to Abels, who just turns and Neri doesn't move. That's how hard the ball is hit. Right, we're going to sit slightly deeper. I mean, I'd quite like to take the lead. We're also going to bring Monier on, just to try and get in a little bit of match fitness. He's going to play 25 minutes up front on his own. He's just running. I don't want him to get into too many challenges. I don't want him to get into too much bother. I just want him to be on the pitch. Might be a regrettable decision if they score now, but I don't mind it too much as Chelsea come forward again. Carlos Roberto clears and Chalobah beats Monier to the ball. Oscar's now on. Chalobah's moved back to centre-back. Lagarde, the French wizard. Well, I don't actually know how that stayed out, but it has, and that's what's important. Neri, goal kick, cleared, long and high. Monier loses out to John Stones and Ramirez gathers. Now Zidane, forward to Monier. Monier, first time on the pitch in a very long time. 3 months out, and he's back on the pitch for a little bit of game time. Borba into Zidane. Monier floating ahead of him, and Courtois gets it back at his feet, and Chelsea can now build from the back in the first leg. I don't know if they're at Stamford Bridge or like the Lampard Arena. I'm not sure where they are. Chelsea working it again on that right side. Lucas Diné, good tackle. Oscar, Zidane cleared all the way to Kranvita. Kranvita strike at goal, hits the post, and Rubio clears. That could be a key moment in their tie. Blimey, this is getting very full com all of a sudden. But there we are then. That looks like it's going to wrap it up. One more chance for us potentially. Doesn't look like it, and that should be game. Unless there's one more twist in the tail. No, the Lampard Arena. It is called the Lampard Arena. Chelsea 1, Parma 2, and we'll take that into the second leg, which is coming up later in the episode. Right then, viewers, back again for Game 2. Fiorentina are the team of planets. We'll look at the league table once we're into the game, and this is the team we've selected. Neri, Manfredini, Carlos Roberto, Santiago Rubio, Lucas Diné is playing at the left back, Borba, Domingo Zidane, Gylfi Sigurdsson is going to play in behind Messi and Sharon. I've changed the formation slightly. I just want to get Messi onto the pitch, into the game time. Tried that with Monier out for another 2 weeks, so mistakes were made. I feel like I've said mistakes were made in Parma drama far too many times. So a win today, and we put ourselves in a fantastic position when it comes down to the crunch in the league system. We'll try and show you as many league games as possible. Obviously, with our focus really this year is the Champions League, but obviously winning the league back off Juventus after we had it snatched from us last year is also a priority. You can see there from the league table. We're on 84. They're on 81. Obviously, this takes today's result into account, and obviously we're both drawing. And then apart from that, they're way off. We've already qualified for the Champions League, and there we go. Carlos Rubio has scored against Tetti. I'm assuming it's the Parma Tetti. Carlos Tetti versus Neri. It is Tetti. Oh, I feel slightly bad about it. Carlos Tetti. How has he got on this season? 5 clean sheets in 22, 32 conceded. Not great, but it's good to see him having a home. You know, I quite like that. Carlos Tetti, what a wonderful man. You can see there, Rubio with the finish. Tetti kind of palmed it into his own goal. I've seen him do that before. Keep an eye, obviously, on the Juventus-Torino match. Torino in 8th place, so they're a decent side. Obviously, if Juve slip up here, we are really in for it. As a goal flies in, and a ball's played into the middle for Fiorentina. Back out to the right-hand side, Melelli. Bonaventura with a great strike. Well, great header. And that puts it to 1-1. We scored the first goal, and now they've equalised. This was the goal. Mazzetto out to the right side. Oh, on the volley. Oh, lovely. I tell you what, that's a lovely finish. I'll give them that. Well-worked goal. I mean, I'll give them that. Not like I get to decide. If I could decide, that would make the save a lot easier. We start games in counter, and I don't like it. It's not something I like to do very often. I might have to switch this up to attacking sooner rather than later before they get another one. Sharon heads on, and I think this is the time to do it. We'll switch to attacking. We'll try and put some pressure on them. I'm keeping a close eye on that Juventus game. We do play Juve in the upcoming game, so that's obviously something I'll show you in between the Champions League stuff. Bonaventura into the box. I'll tell you what, Bonaventura, it's a lovely name to say. It's got our second. He's a very good player. It must be a little bit older these days, but that's a nice finish, and I'm annoyed. You can see here, he kind of ghosts past the defender, who doesn't act like he's even there, and then Neri gets beat at his near post. Currently, it's Tetti 1 technically, Neri 2, but not how I'd like it. And you can see there, Juve scored a penalty, Torino down to 10, so that puts Juve back on top if we fail to get any points from this game. Not good. Right, I've asked them where the passion is, which I don't know if that's rhetorical, because I could just imagine Domingo going, it's over here, boss, it's over, we've left passion fruit, actually, it's juice. No, Domingo, that's not what I mean. Right, we're going back to a more conventional formation. Messi's played a half, he's not really been involved. Eugene's going to come on, and Marcelo Ramirez is going to come on the other side. Double change then, trying to get some goals out of Sharon. Game time. Game time. That doesn't mean anything, Ben. You can't just say game time. It's been quite an even game so far. We've had 6 shots on target, but no clear-cut chances, just one single half chance. They've had 2 clear-cut chances and scored 2 goals. So it's quite clear that if we get a clear-cut chance, the chances are we'll score it. That's a chance too many times, and I've said it again. Yeah. Okay, goals are needed. Juve have taken a 2-0 lead, so we really need something as we try and work it from the back. Eugene, that's Conor Palanca, for anyone that's wondering, plays it forward to Sharon, who gets tackled, but Zidane is there on the clean-up. Now, Eugene on this left side. Eugene, where's he going to go with it? Is he going to go inside? Is he going to shoot? Don't shoot. I hate when people do that. Tetty with the save, and it's such a waste. I know he's going to go down to the byline because he's right-footed, so he wants to cut inside, but I just don't like it. Right, corner ball. Eugene puts it into the middle. Manfredini gets there. Carlos Roberto, and now, oh, dear me, a counter-attack potentially for Fiorentina. They are players absolutely flying for Miguel Borba. He's a monster. Juve now 4-0 up. We need a goal. Ramirez, corner kick. We need a goal now. Rubio off the post, and it's cleared again. Fiorentina are holding on here. We need something. Back to attacking for the final moments. We need a goal. Otherwise, a loss to Fiorentina could be crushing. Eugene, late goal perhaps. Oh, no. Come on, I think I said perhaps then. And it's cleared. Fiorentina 2, Parma 1, and another twist in the title tale. A win today, and we would have been absolutely flying. But it's not happened. It's going to come down to that crunch game against Juventus, who have won 5-0 at home to Torino. Anyway, we kind of have to forget about this for now. Second leg, Chelsea FC. We've got to win it. Ennio Tardini is the location, and Parma play Chelsea in the final part of today's episode. The team, slightly different look than you might have seen before. So, Manfredini, Roberto, Rubio, Demarco, Neri in goal, quite similar. Borba just in front of those lot. And now it changes a bit. Domingo and Lionel Messi will be playing in front of Borba, with Dini on the left-hand side, Ramirez and Chiron up top. Lionel Messi in that advanced playmaker role. It's going to be interesting to see if we can get the best out of him. Once again, they're playing the 4-4-2. The lineup actually looks very similar to what they played in the first leg. In fact, I think it might be identical. We're going to start the game in an attacking format. Is that the word? I'm going to get aggressive. I'm going to say, come on, this is the team. This is the game for us. This is the chance we've got to really put our mark and get to a Champions League semi-final. Come on, I want to end the series well. Let's do this. I don't want to end the series with, we got knocked out in the quarterfinals and Juve won the league. That's happened too many times. Obviously, keep an eye on the other fixtures as well. What good grief. Kranvita with a strike. And Neri, who's just not moved. Oh, he's finally got up. Keep an eye on the other fixtures. They've got some quite interesting results in there. Bayern, Atletico, Juve, Schalke, PSG have just taken a 1-0 lead against Porto. So keep an eye on some of the big ones. Perhaps maybe just Juventus to hope they go out. Bayern have started very quickly. They're 3-0 up already. So now we know if we only concede 1 goal, we'll go through. If we score, that makes things a little bit more interesting. It means Chelsea are forced to score 2 rather than sort of can score 2. Chiron, though, first attack of the game. Oh, Courtois. First real attack for us, at least, although it says we've had a few chances. That's the first one we've seen. Manfredini recycling possession to Messi now in these attacking areas, and he loses out on the ball. Rubio back to Domingo. Where's he going to go with it? Gets tackled by Kranvita. I don't like the fact that Borba and Domingo both on yellow cards already. Chiron now. Can he find his way into the box? He does so. John Stones with a fantastic tackle. John Terry-esque. Chelsea should sign him maybe in real life. 0-0 is a good result, but we're going forward again. Chiron tackled by Kranvita, who's also on a yellow, so maybe we can get a yellow card into him somehow. Demarco, ball in, cleared out to Messi, who keeps it moving. Borba, Domingo, Chiron with a chance, and he scores the goal. Courtois beaten. It's a really big goal. Charlize Theron with it. Parma 1, Chelsea 0. Chelsea now have to come out. They've got to score 2 to stay in the Champions League. Whereas if we score again, that puts Chelsea in a world of hurt. We must go for that second goal. We must make sure we get it. The ball through. Domingo slips it through beautifully, and then Chiron nutmegs the goalkeeper. I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it. Yes. Chelsea have got a few players on bookings. We've got a few players on bookings. I fear that a red card will turn this tie either way. It'll either mean that we easily win it, as Rubio goes in while on a yellow card to make the tackle, or it will cost us it somehow. I'm nervous. I'm nervous when Neri's got the ball as well. Messi played it back to him. He obviously doesn't know much about Neri. Messi picks it up. Chiron. Maybe a goal before half-time, perhaps. We'll have to see. Chiron. Good grief. Charlize Theron has just rinsed through about 3 defenders and sprinted while doing it. Fantastic scenes. Parma 1, Chelsea 0 as we enter half-time. Now, with a few players on yellow cards, I've got a decision to make. Do I want to take off someone like Miguel Borba, bring on a Kondogbia or a Vidal? I think I will. I think I'm going to take Borba off, bring on Vidal. I want to keep this team with 11 men. Kondogbia is going to come on as well. A double change in the middle of the pitch. 2 experienced heads as well. I feel like it could be the key. We've now got a Vidal, Messi, Kondogbia 3 rather than the youngsters with Messi. So this could be key. The problem is they're lacking match fitness as Chelsea come through. Lagarde in on goal and hits it wide. That made me nervous. Oxlade-Chamberlain's on for Chelsea now. Lagarde in so much space. Neri makes the save, but he parries it to Abels. Carlos Abels with the goal. We now know that if Chelsea score again, panic stations. You can see here, Lagarde strikes at goal. Neri with a great one-handed save, but Abels, he's just not going to miss from there and makes it 1-1. We need to go a little bit more defensive, by which I mean go standard. Gabriel Barbosa has gone 1-0 up with Schalke against Juventus. PSG and Bayern romping it, but we need another goal. Messi takes on his man. Can he keep going with it? He seems to be. Cleared though, and Rubio could not afford to miss that header. Vidal's come on and picked up a yellow card. Brilliant. Kudopia now into Messi, and we've lost the ball. Kranvita, Chalobah, they're doing well, Chelsea, to keep the ball away from us when we need another goal. Hazard, Kranvita, it's very slow, it's very patient, it's very steady, and now they break. Abels moving forward with it, back to Chalobah. Where's it going? Lagarde, he's got men ahead of him. Lagarde takes on so many players, and then Neri, the final line of defence, makes the save. I love him. Buy a new keeper, they said. No, I said. Vidal loses out to Chalobah, and now Abels goes forward. Lucas Diné, I don't know how to say his name, I've given up. Sharon, through on goal to seal the deal. It came out of nothing. Charlize Theron, his 34th goal of the season. Chelsea now need 2 more, not 1 more to make them go through. They need 2 more, and they will go through. What a ball, what a goal. Sharon beats his man for pace, and the finish is so cool under pressure. Yes. And now Lucas Diné has picked up an injury. Whatever. Zidane's going to come on. We'll put Messi on this left side. In fact, we'll bring Messi back a little bit. And Ramirez. We'll try and shut up shop now. Good grief. In fact, we're going to go contain. I just don't give a shit anymore. Kondopia, shut on. Oh my good grief. We go into contain. And just before that, we need to get a goal. Messi with the corner kick. Rubio's there. Zidane, can he play it back out? He does so. Messi, can he beat his man? Plays it back out to Vidal. Vidal back to Kondopia. Someone have a shot at goal, please. Oh, Chalobah makes a tackle, and now they clear it. Dear me. Not long to go as Neri clears it. Now Messi forward with the ball. Where's he off to? Vidal out to Ramirez. Ramirez on this right hand side beats his man. Sharon's in the middle. Can he find him? Back to Zidane. Zidane gets absolutely clattered by Kranvita, and now Sharon. It'll be his hat trick, I believe, to seal the game for Parma. Will it be his hat-trick? I can't remember. Sharon with a penalty kick. And Courtois saves it. He keeps them in the game. Sharon misses the penalty, but no dramas. It would have been his hat-trick. I can't believe he's missed it. And the fact that Kranvita didn't get sent off either. Outrageous. Time is winding down. 5 seconds. It was the Parma versus Chelsea sort of deciding match, and it's been decided. Parma 2, Chelsea 1. We march on to the semi-finals with 2 goals from Charlize Theron. Who would have thunk it? Bloody hell, Bayern on 7-1. So there are some of the results from the games. Juventus out. Gabriel Barbosa's Schalke side have defeated them. Atletico, incredibly really, Atletico took a 3-2 victory to Bayern Munich. Bayern then won 7-1 to win 9-4 in aggregate. PSG with a 3-0 home win sees them go through. So it's PSG, Parma, Schalke and Bayern Munich, the 4 teams to go into the semi-finals. We'll do the draw very quickly to wrap up today's episode. I don't want Bayern Munich. I want Schalke. Bayern and PSG play each other. That'd be fabulous. Okay. Actually, we're going to do 2 draws. Although it's not international drama, keep it shh. Don't tell the people who watch international drama. We're going to do the European Championship group stage draw as well, and then the Champions League. So France, if you've not been keeping up with international drama, we are through as far as things stand. We are all the way into the first seeded pot. There are 4 pots, and let's do the group. This is going to be a longer video than I expected. Okay, so where are we going to get put? There's 6 groups for us to potentially go into. The first team in France's pot, Denmark, going to be interested. No players play for me that are Danish, so no one to avoid. The next section we get Sweden, so a very Scandinavian feel. The Swedes will be playing against me. Again, don't have got any Swedish players. And then final team, Bulgaria, Serbia, Czech Republic or Slovakia. We'll take Slovakia. That seems like quite a good pot for us there. Sweden, Slovakia, Denmark. I quite like that. I think that's okay. I'd rather not be in the Wales, Italy, Belgium group. That looks a little bit scary. Ukraine, Ireland, England as well. With Bulgaria in there. Good grief. So I think we've done okay. Do you know, I don't think that's a bad group draw at all. We'll take it. But, ladies and gentlemen, the draws do not stop there. This is the Champions League semi-final draw. Let's see who we're going to get. We've been drawn first. Parma will play the first match at home, which I'm not a big fan of, against Schalke. Oh yes, I like that a lot. So that means PSG and Bayern Munich will be facing off against each other. That's literally what I wanted it to be. And knowing my luck, I've asked for things too many times in this save and not got them. So I'll take that. Schalke, decent side, not to be taken lightly, but 8th in the eighth. They're 8th in the German First Division. We're winning the Champions League. God damn it, I've said it. Sorry, I got out of hand. So then, viewers, that brings us to the end of another exciting episode of Parma Drama. I've decided it's exciting. If you thought it was exciting, please leave a like. If you want to see more, subscribe to the channel. We're getting ever closer to 9,000 subscribers, so if you are new, go on. Punch it through. We love with care. From me, Dr. Benji. Until next time, Parma Drama. Not long to go now. Goodbye.